is Katie, and I love talking about Cub Scout camp, and this is my son Alex. And today we're going to talk a little bit about some color science. Now, the thing that we're going to do today, we're going to use coffee filters, and I have to tell you, I have gigantic coffee filters because I got them to do art and not to make coffee. So do you want to get our coffee filters over here? So if you have regular coffee filters at home, that will work. If you don't have any coffee filters at home, then you could also use a paper towel. That would also work for this activity. So coffee filters and markers. Now, the most important part about the markers is you can't use permanent markers. They have to be just regular markers. You could even do highlighters. I'm going to show you that closer up in just a moment. And then you're going to need a container with just a little bit of water on the bottom. So what we want to show, and also something to put on the table to protect it, because markers go right through our coffee filters or through our paper towels. So what we wanted to show you is that colors can be made up of other colors. And so one thing that we can do is something called chromatography. Let's do this with, do you want to do a purple? All right, so we're going to take a coffee filter and put it out flat, and there's a circle in the middle. If you're doing it with a paper towel, you can fold it up. You want to make sure that it fits in to your cup. On a coffee filter, you'll go all the way around the circle in the middle, and you'll make a pretty thick line with the marker. Do you want to do that? If you're doing it with a paper towel, you'll just want to do a line about a quarter of the way up. So just about that much up on the paper towel, because it's really important when you put the paper towel into the water that the water doesn't cover the line. The water needs to be able to seep up through the paper for this to work properly. And so we're going to do a purple one, and do you want to do, what color, do you want to do a different color too? Maybe red?
Let's do brown.
Do you want to do, I was thinking like red or blue.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
all right, so then, here you go. So then once you have it like this with your circle, you're going to fold it a few times so that it fits into your paper, and you'll see that your line again is a little bit up because you do not want it to go into the water. So I'm going to put this in, and I'm going to leave it here for just a moment. And it's okay if it unfolds. The folding is just to make sure that it fits in there. And the water's going to start to seep up. And in the meantime, Alex is going to make his red line. Are you good with that?
Yep.
It's looking pretty good.
Then.
Oh, would you like to fold it?
Okay.
All right, so you can fold it.
Fold that in half. Fold that in half. Put this in.
All right, and so the water's starting to seep up, and you can see on the purple one that it's starting to smear, that the ink is starting to smear a little bit. And what's happening is that the water is moving up the paper, and it's starting to move the ink. But some of the colors move faster than some of the other colors, and so it's going to start breaking up. And like I said before, you can do this with different colors of markers, and different colors of markers will be made up of different colors. And I was super excited when I was trying this out. I was super excited to try a highlighter, and I tried an orange highlighter, and you can see that it had yellow highlighter and then just like a little bit of red, and that's what made it an orange highlighter. So that was pretty cool to see. So we have done lots of different colors in trying out this activity. It goes pretty fast. You can see how well our purple is already splitting out. And you can see how our red is moving up. Red isn't really made up of a lot of different colors because it is a primary color. But with markers, sometimes things are made up differently with the ink than they would be like if you were using light or even if you were using paint. Sometimes they use different combinations of ink. So I'm going to stop this one right now. We could let it go and we could let it get pretty big. I'm going to squeeze off the bottom so that it's not drippy. I'm going to open it up so that you can see how that turned out. So you can see how that broke up. And now if you wanted to, you could hang it up to dry. And the water would still move a little bit. You can see how our red is doing. So now I have a mystery. Should we give them a mystery?
Okay.
All right.
So
we have this one that we did earlier. And I'm going to put it up a little close so that you can see the different colors that we got out of here. So our mystery, should you choose to try it, what's our mystery?
what color is this?
What color broke up into these colors like this? And I will tell you, it is not a highlighter. It is from this regular 10-pack of Crayola markers. It would probably be the same, though, if you have a different brand of markers. And you would just need the regular, should we just tell them you just need the regular 8 colors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So try it and see what you get. The other thing that you can do with these after they're done, I mean, that looks pretty cool, right? So Alex, do you want to show them how we made it into flowers?
Okay, so trim off some of the poet.
So, well, the first thing is to have a pipe cleaner.
Yeah. Green.
If you have green.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody, you know, it could be anything. So this one, you can see this was red. And we just grabbed it at the bottom and twisted it to make it bunch up like a flower. And then we put the pipe cleaner on the bottom.
Yep. And if you want, if there's a lot of white space at the top, trim that off.
You can trim it down. You could give it a shape if you wanted. I've seen where people have used these to make them into butterflies by gathering them in the middle. So really you can be pretty creative with these, but it's just a fun little activity to take a look at different colors. So there's our red. So as always, if you try this at home, or if you have taken our challenge and you have figured out what color makes this, then we would love for you to post pictures on social media with the hashtag Scouting at Home and hashtag SVMBC. And of course, to find out more about these activities and things that you can do at Cub Scout Camp, then you can go to www.svmbc.org/cubcamp. And we hope to see you this summer.